Okay, we're starting things off a little different this week.
Family time, family time. Ooh, 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 it's family time.
That's right.
It's family time. Woo! Yeah!
Because little Ledger Vonn is here. My boy, my baby boy, my first son, was born Tuesday morning. So a very special edition of the AC show here. Not on my first time, not on camera. So there's no video of this episode, as I explained last time. I'm just going to be cutting back on those. It was a bit too time consuming, and this is actually, I can tell, a lot better for me. I'm way more comfortable. You should see me right now. Terrible posture, just relaxing, not worrying about what I look like, thankfully, because we haven't really got much sleep in the last week, as I said, just day 5 since Ledger was born, and he's already been to a baseball game, he's been to a dance recital, and he's been to a wedding in the first 4 days of his life. So he's starting off pretty strong. He's a good kid, pretty chilled out so far. But of course, we still don't get much sleep with a newborn. Jamie's getting even less sleep, so I guess I should stop complaining. Anyways, welcome to the AC show. We are going to spend a lot of time talking about the miracle of childbirth, which I really didn't know the true meaning of until this pregnancy. And birth. I've been through a couple other ones, obviously, Lily and Haven, but this one was something different. It was something special. So we're going to talk a lot about that. And as I said, it's not on no videos this time. So if you need to see the pictures of my little guy, you can head to my Facebook or Instagram. It'll be littered with pictures and stories of him. So you can get your fill there if you wish. Another thing I was popped into my head while I was planning this show was to maybe talk about an epidemic that's spreading around wide and has become quite a fad in the past few years, is the dad bod epidemic. And I've been fighting it off pretty hard. I like to think I stay in pretty good shape. But I don't know. I feel like this kid might be the one that does me in, and I might just have to give up and give in and join the dad bod club. So I'm not sure. I was thinking maybe we'll do another episode to get a bit more in depth into it and call some dads. I've got a lot of friends who are dads, some who are doing really well, fighting off the dad bod, some who maybe are struggling a little bit. So being sensitive, I'll maybe make some calls, see if they have any tips or see their opinions on this epidemic going around. So that could be on the next episode maybe, or in the next couple. But for now, I really want to talk about this. My baby boy, how he came into this world, and how proud I am of my wife for what she did for our family and what she put her body through. It was pretty intense. I think a big part this was different as well. And now I can feel like I fully understand this miracle of childbirth thing. Was with Lily and Haven, we were a bit different. With Lily, I was really young. I don't remember much of it. And then with Haven, she was just so quick. She was so early, premature. Jamie went into labor, and like an hour or two later, Haven was there. And so they were very different experiences. And then this one, I mean, this was obviously different because Jamie and I have gotten married. We were planning on having a child. The first two were surprises. We don't like to say accidents, of course. They were just surprises. Wonderful surprises, both of them. And this one was planned. We got to say, okay, Andrew, come home from work right away. We're going to get it on. We're going to make a baby. And we did it. So in the confines of marriage, it was great. That's how things are supposed to be, right? So already it was different from the beginning. And, I got to experience this pregnancy with her and help her through it the best I could. And it was pretty tough on her. It was not what she was expecting, but she had always said she wants to have a normal pregnancy and experience it with me as her husband. And so we did that. And then, we had been in and out of hospital a couple times early on. because she was at risk for having the baby early again. And we did find out, as you know, we found out it was a boy. So we had been in the hospital a couple times, but nothing was happening. And then it was Monday night. Jamie drank the cocktail, and which has, she told me it had castor oil in it. And I was like, isn't that what you put in cars? But it's not the oil you put in cars. Castor oil, which I guess is safe to drink. So she mixed up a little milkshake with that in there, and worked like a charm. Any of you looking to have a baby, if you're pregnant already and want to get things going, try this cocktail. Just talk to Jamie. She'll be happy to tell you all about it. So she drank the cocktail, and a couple hours later, she started having pretty painful contractions. And so we went to the hospital Monday night, got there around 8:30. And then it was kind of staying about the same. Nothing was getting too much worse. Nothing was getting better. So they said, yeah, the baby's probably coming sometime soon, but we would like you to go home and get some rest. And then, we'll probably see you early in the morning. So we got home about midnight or just after midnight. But then nothing slowed. Then it started picking right back up. Of course, Murphy's Law, they send us home and it starts happening like that. So we were home about midnight and then back in the hospital at 1:30 in the morning, with no rest, of course. And then it started really picking up. It got really intense really quick. I'm really glad I was able to be there for her. I hope I was doing the right things. She didn't really get mad at me ever. She moved my hand away a couple of times, but I think I was doing a pretty good job. And then 5 a.m. is when Ledger was born. But towards the end of the delivery, things got pretty scary. Guess he was coming out and he got stuck, in simple terms. His head came out and then one of his shoulders got stuck on the pubic bone. I don't know how much detail. I didn't really run this by Jamie. So, babe, hopefully you're okay with me explaining all this. I could have had you on, but she's super tired. She's probably sleeping on the couch upstairs right now. And so hopefully you don't mind me talking about your pubic bone and our son's shoulder getting stuck on it. And it was scary. The nurses I was standing right there, and they had to push the panic button, which was literally right beside me. And I was like, oh, dear God, shit's getting real. And it did get very real very quickly. And nurses were rushing in. And they actually hit the panic button again. It's not a panic button, but it's a red button. And it says push for help or whatever. So then more nurses came in, and it was very scary. I remember, you always hear this term about your life flashing before your eyes kind of thing. And this was the first time I really experienced something like that. It was very unique to anything else I'd ever experienced before. It was not really like in the movies how they, you see when you're 5 years old or whatever, your first crash on your bike, and then you see your graduation, and then you see your first kiss or whatever. And it wasn't that kind of life flashing before your eyes. For me, it was like I saw Lily Jean, and remembering her passing away. And then I thought about Jamie and I and what would happen if this baby didn't make it, which was a possibility. And then I even thought about, oh my God, what happens if Jamie doesn't make it? And all these different scenarios running through my head. And it was probably only about 2 or 3 seconds, but it was that quick of a flash of thinking of all these different scenarios and things that had happened, terrible things that had happened or that could happen if this doesn't go right, if it doesn't get fixed. So that happens, flash before my eyes, a couple seconds, and then I'm like, okay, shit, I just got to focus on Jamie, help her get through this, because I can't imagine what she's feeling. And I remember locking eyes with her, and it was just, I've never seen her look that way in my life, and how, I guess it was the pain she was in and the effort, for lack of a better term, that she was giving. giving her all to this baby, trying to get him out safely. And I remember just staring into her eyes and trying to tell her, let's do this for the kid. And again, I hope I was saying the right things. I can't remember exactly what I was saying, but it was, holy cow, such an emotional feeling. Just staring at her and having her stare at me. And again, I don't even think she remembers this part. She says she was kind of out of body experience thing, which I can only imagine by, what was going on. I was crying, and everyone in the room was crying, her friend and her family. And I remember looking up after this flash before my eyes and saying to her friend Kim, saying, "What the fuck?" Or just kind of, I didn't say it out loud, thankfully, but I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I saw her and said that, and I could see the fear on her face too. So, like I said, it was intense as hell, and we got through it. Obviously, uh, they got him out safely. He was so blue. He wasn't really crying. And the first thing in my head, and I know Jamie was asking, because we both probably knew, you're like, oh, babies are supposed to cry right away. That's how you know they're okay. But the staff there, the nurses and the midwife, who was insanely awesome, our midwife through Semiamu Midwives, they are so incredible. What they did for Jamie while she was going through all this, the whole pregnancy and the whole birth. Yeah, we're very thankful to them. But so as Ledger came out, they made sure to reassure us. They were like, okay, he's shocked, he's fine. We promise he's fine. We know he's not crying, kind of thing. Like we were saying, well, he's not crying, and Jamie was saying, is he okay? And they said, yes, he's just in a bit of shock. He'll be okay. He's breathing. We can hear his heart. Seems fine. So he came out onto Jamie's chest, and just such a relief to hear them say he was okay. And then he started making some noises, and still didn't really cry. He's such a chill baby. He's so awesome. He just laid there with mom. I was finally able to exhale and cry some more. Just the emotions that I was feeling were so intense. I can't even imagine. And I know I've probably said that 10 times already, but I can't imagine what Jamie was going through. And I could see she was the relief in her face. And it was so awesome to see her holding him and him curled up on her chest. And so everything was okay. He was huge. Well, 8 pounds, 11 ounces, which is pretty big for any baby. And especially for Jamie, she's had small babies. So this guy did a toll on her, but we got through it and we're okay. And the miracle of childbirth, like I said, I just couldn't believe it. I didn't really understand it. And now being through that, I know what a miracle it is. That those emotions and how this little guy can be birthed out of his mother and be okay right away, right on her chest. And like for Ledger, 20 minutes later, he's automatically like trying to feed, trying to get to her tits and sorry, boobs, breasts, whatever you want to say. It was unreal. Like this guy comes out, never done it before. And he's like, oh, I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to eat. And so right away, latched on, trying to eat and that kind of thing. So he's great. Perfect. Takes after his dad, loves boobies. Just his mom's boobies, just like me. So that was again another part of this miracle of childbirth. Any of you who have not tried it, I would highly recommend it. Find someone you love, maybe get married first, maybe not. But man, it's an experience like no other, and I'm so thankful to Jamie for allowing this to happen in our lives. And I'm so thankful I got to experience it firsthand, being so hands-on with her, being there and feeling the emotions and feeling her squeeze my hand or push me away or pull me closer. I told her I couldn't believe all the muscles she had in her back and arms and shoulders that I had never seen before. Intense. And again, sorry, babe, if you don't want me getting into all these details. It's too late now. It's all out there on the AC show for the 100 maybe listeners. We're going to work on that too, though. So there you go, the miracle of childbirth. And that got me thinking how incredible these women are, all moms out there who've been through this. We thank you for continuing the human race, because I was thinking if the roles were reversed and the guys had to do the birthing, I'm not sure if we would still be around as a human race. I feel like it would have gone something like, hey, dude, I had a baby and it was awful. It hurt like hell. And my body's all messed up now. It's going to take me forever to get back in shape and all this stuff and the pain. It's not worth it, dude. Just do not do it. And the other guy would be like, oh, shit, maybe I shouldn't. And then maybe he would do it and have a baby. But then he would tell all his buddies and be like, yeah, Jimmy wasn't kidding. Don't do it. It hurts like hell. And I think the guys would be like, okay, yeah, we're not doing this. So thank God that women are here, and no doubt in my mind, stronger than men. The love they give and the nourishment, and it's incredible. So thank you to all the women and the moms out there who have been through this and who are planning to do it. It's worth it. I mean, I know Jamie would tell you guys the same. And from a dad's point of view, dads out there, be present, man. Do what you can. Be around for the whole thing. You know, stick it out and suck it up, because what we go through is nothing compared to what they go through. I really feel like it's also bringing Jamie and I closer together than ever. And so I guess I have to say that she was right, because she said she just needed one more baby. She needed to have a good pregnancy with me around, and it would help us. And I was like, you think another screaming kid and another mouth to feed is going to help us? But I think she's right. It's, yeah, I mean, obviously for me, it's made me appreciate her so much more and love her so much more and be so much more grateful and thankful. And I don't know what I did, but she seems to be a lot more loving to me right now. And she just, loves this kid, loves our family. And it is. I really think it's bringing us closer together. Hopefully that continues. Well, yes, hopefully it continues so that she doesn't want to have another baby. But she kind of said she was done. She was like, this one was enough. It was more than she bargained for, but I know she's also very thankful that she did it. And it's also making me rethink this push present thing that she was talking about. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's a new thing out there, I guess, that guys are supposed to get their wives push presents. So after they've pushed, they get this great present, whether it's jewelry or whatnot. And so I always get to this place where I'm like, yeah, babe, I would love to get you. And Jamie wanted an $800 vacuum, a Dyson vacuum, as her push present. And I was like, I'd love to get you that vacuum. And I know you deserve it, but we also don't have $800 to spend on a vacuum. So I didn't get her a push present. But then right after this, I was like, oh, fuck, I should get her a push present. So I'm trying to think of something really cool, nice to get her. And Jamie, I don't think it's going to be the vacuum. I would like it to be something more meaningful and maybe a bit more cost effective, but we'll see. I'll work on it. I did take a bunch of videos with the GoPro on the way to the hospital. Nothing too graphic, don't worry. Some of the unedited clips might be some screaming and stuff. So I'm going to run through those. I really want to put together a nice video. And I thought this would be a nice present for her. And I'm going to do it anyways, because I would love to have it. And I think there's some really cool stuff in there on the way to the hospital, getting checked in. And it is quite a bit of the birth from a respectful angle. I wasn't right down in there or anything. That's where I kind of drew the line. But I did cut the umbilical cord. Yeah, that was an interesting experience. And Jaden actually wanted to do it, but it was so early in the morning, she wasn't there. So I stepped up, cut the cord, and So I got little video clips of a bunch of this stuff, and then especially afterwards, I got video clips, of his first bath and all the family coming and meeting him. So little pictures of all that, and then on the way home, getting him home for the first time. And so I really hope I can do a good job of putting this video together, and got the perfect Dave Matthews song in mind for it to have in the background. And yeah, so stay tuned to check that out, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'll be coming out on there hopefully in the next couple of weeks when I find some time to get that done. Maybe after I've gotten some sleep. But yeah, and then we got him home. Going through the first few days, as I said, it was crazy stuff. Dance recital right away, baseball game, wedding, and I don't know what the heck is up with these baby clothes and like sacks and sleepers, and these days everything is so much different and so weird. Like the way they button up or zip up, and the little flaps on the feet and the hands, and yeah, these, like, you put them in these cocoon things, and I knew about swaddling, like in a blanket, wrapping them up and all that, but now it's like all these different accessories and clothes to put on them. They're great, fantastic clothes. A lot of them by Jackson Lennon. Shout out, great local company. If you need some baby gear or kids stuff, or they do adult stuff now too. Yeah, great local South Surrey White Rock company. But it's confusing as hell right now for me, trying to figure out where the arms and legs go and how it ties up. And like literally, you tie some of the clothes instead of like buttoning or zipping. I don't know. Like, and not even with a string. You just tie like the cloth, or you tie the arms together or something. It's freaking weird. So that's something to look out for. New parents, baby clothes are getting very weird. But I believe you could figure it out. And if you need help, talk to my wife, because I don't know how to do it. There you go. That's kind of the story I wanted to tell of my baby boy, how he came into this world, and the emotions and all the feelings that I have to my wife. And I love you very much, Jamie. I really wanted to say that. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. It's so cool, you guys. A baby boy, my boy. I'm gonna be able to say, "That's my boy." When he scores his first goal, or kisses his first chick, woman, respectable lady. Sorry. I'm pretty excited. I'm also a bit tired. I hope this came across well. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to mention a few of the upcoming episodes I'm thinking about doing. Hoping to get lined up here. As I said, the dad bod epidemic episode I think could be pretty cool. So dads out there, let me know if you have any advice, or just any feelings or thoughts on the topic. If you are successfully battling the dad bod, or if you are failing and need some words of encouragement, maybe I can do that for you. Or if you're just comfortable the way you are, because it means you love your family and you're spending all your time with the kids instead of going to the gym, that's a big part of it. Let me know if I can call you. I'm going to text some guys and be like, "Hey, do you want to talk about your dad bod?" See how that goes. So that would be one. I think it's going to be pretty good. I've got some things to say. And then we're going to do a Parliament of Owls album review. Because as I mentioned last episode, I put out my new album. It's only on CD. So if you want one, get at me. Just send me a message or text or call or whatever. And I would love to get you one of these CDs. It's all my new original music that I wrote with my buddy Jamie. Not my wife Jamie, my buddy Jamie. And yeah, we got this album out, so I'm going to have him come on. We're probably going to go through all the songs and say what we like about it, what we don't like about it, what's funny, maybe some good stories from being in the studio. And yeah, talk to him about his experience. This was his first recording project, and it's unreal, the stuff he did on there, the guitar parts and solos and mandolin work. It's really cool stuff. So if you want to check that out, let me know. It's not online yet, only CDs. So we'll have to get you a compact disc. And then another episode I want to do, and this we might be doing, I think my sister Michelle's coming out for a visit tomorrow to meet Ledger. And that's my alcoholic, drug addicted sister. But she's clean now, so it's okay. But she's still, I guess, right? They refer to themselves as addicts for the rest of their lives. It's an ongoing battle, such as the dad bod epidemic. So I'm going to have her in here for a conversation about addictions in general, and how she beat her addictions, how she battles them every day. She's someone I really look up to. She used to be like the worst role model in the world, pretty much. And I did not really look up to her. And there was a time in my life where I was helping take care of her, and yeah, things got pretty rough. But she's come out on the other side, and now she is someone I can really look up to and respect. So I'd love to have her in here for a chat. I think she's got some great advice to maybe any of you who may be battling with addictions, or just worried about it, or just interested in that world. So that would be another one I'm hoping to do here, and those will be coming out in the next few weeks. This was really comfortable not being on camera. I'm not gonna lie. I feel great. It's gonna help me spend a lot more time with my son, maybe get a bit more sleep, or let Jamie get some more sleep. So you guys might not be seeing as many videos as I said on YouTube, but that birthing video is going to be there. I'm going to start doing some more music stuff now that the album's out. So you can still go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Otherwise, make sure you get me on Instagram or Facebook if you don't have me, at Andrew Christopher Music. You'll find me. I'm easy to find. And yeah, share this around if you guys are enjoying the podcast. Let people know checking out this cool new show. And any sponsors out there? You want some free advertising for a modest audience? Let me know. We could strike up a deal. We'll see. The Canucks also made one terrible trade. I'm not too happy about it, but I'm also an optimist, so I'm just mad about it for about a week, and then I'm like, okay, he's on the team. We got him. We can't get that draft pick back. Go Canucks, go. That's kind of my feelings on everything. Anyway, they gave up a first-round pick for a guy he's fine, but we really need those first-round picks, build for the future. But again, it's management, ownership being short-sighted, trying to win now. Maybe it'll work. Maybe we'll win now. Who knows? Go Canucks, go. This has been the AC Show. Love you guys. Thanks for checking it out. Here's that song.
It's the Andrew Christopher Show. With Andrew Christopher, your host. It's the Andrew Christopher Show. But really we call it the AC Show. Yeah, we really call it the AC Show. Really call it the AC Show. It's the AC Show.
It's the AC Show with AC, your host. Check it out.